Hey guys, it's Dan O'Donnell with HouseBopper here, and I want to talk about property management and how to negotiate fees with a property manager. Okay, so you're a landlord and you're either out of town or for some reason you don't want to manage the property yourself. So you're going to call these professional property managers in the phone book or Google them or whatever, and you don't really know what to expect. That's normal, okay? They don't teach you this in school. But here in my area, in Washington State, in the U.S., normally when you talk to a property manager, you're going to ask them a lot of questions, but this video is going to focus on the fees. So you say, hey, what do you charge? And typically they're going to say, we charge 10% of the rent and a leasing fee, which is 50% of the first month's rent. So in other words, when they place a tenant, they're saying, okay, it's more work the month that we place the tenant. We have to do the credit check. We have to show them the place. We have to, whatever, clean the carpet, get the touch-up paint done and all of that. So we charge half of that first month's rent. And that is logical. I understand, to all you property managers out there is more work in that first month than there will be after you've already placed the people. But here's what I think about that. I think that if you pay that leasing fee, which is the chunk up front, what you're doing is you're almost incentivizing turnover. So in other words, as a landlord, you want people that are going to stay there for a long time, and when your unit comes up vacant, that's a bad thing for you, right? You're going to have usually some turnover costs, carpet, paint, fixing a doorknob, a faucet, whatever, and that shouldn't just hurt you, okay? That should hurt the property manager too. You want to all be in the same boat, rowing in the same direction. You want it full as much as possible with very little turnover. So you want to pick the tenants that are going to stay for a long time, and it's that way it's easier for the property manager because they're not having to show the place all the time. They're not needing to get contractors in there to fix things all the time, and it's much better for you and your bottom line to have people that are happy and that stay a long time. So what I do is I say, hey, property manager, here's the deal. I don't like paying a leasing fee like that because I think that our incentives are not in line. So what I propose is X amount as a percentage of the rent with no leasing fee. And I've never had a property manager say no to that. It's logical, and normally they agree. So I've got different properties. I've had houses under property management. I've had multi-family buildings and small like 4 to 6 unit buildings. So like I say, they generally start out at 10% if you're calling them about a house or say a 6-plex or a 4-plex. What I've found is that on 4 to 6 units, I can usually negotiate down to about 6 to 8%. On a house, they might stick with the 10, especially if you're saying that you're not going to pay a leasing fee. And for a good property manager, 10% on a house is totally fair. They're going to save you a lot of time and hassle. And when you're talking bigger units, like 20, 30, 40, 50, you can get way down there on the percentage. It might be 3, 4, 5%. But you might also have some staff, which that's a whole different ballgame. When you've got an apartment building, you might have a full-time maintenance person, you might have a full-time property manager that is in the office all day. So generally I'm talking houses to say 10 units. You're going to be able to negotiate a little bit most of the time, and I would recommend not going for that leasing fee so that everybody is in the same boat, everybody makes money when you make money, and when there's no tenant, nobody's making money. Alright, so if you need anything else, give me a shout. You can call me at 360-220-7157. You can go to housebopper.com and get me there, shoot me an email. I'm happy to help you out no matter where you are. I can set you up with an agent in your area and answer any kind of questions you have. So thanks, and I hope this was helpful.